Ban on Jamaat lifted off. BNP wants dialogue with interim government soon. Bar holding of premiership more than twice, recommends TIB. Do not buy S. Alam's property, central bank governor. Those were the headlines. Good evening, viewers. I'm Nafisa Nawal with English Bulletin. The interim government has cancelled the banning of Jamaat by the then Awami League government through an executive order. A gadget in this regard has also been issued, so there is no bar for the party to do politics. Lawyer of the party, Mohammad Shishir Monir, made the disclosure at a press conference at the Supreme Court premises on Wednesday afternoon. Advocate Shishir Monir said Awami League government had banned Jamaat under Clause 18(1) of Anti-Terror Act. Jamaat made an appeal on August 22nd against the banning after the ouster of Awami League government on August 5. Later, the ministry made a recommendation to the Council of Advisors to withdraw the ban as no proof of Jamaat's involvement in terrorist activities was found. Finally, the Council of Advisors headed by Chief Advisor decided to withdraw the ban. Awami League government banned Jamaat to tackle the mass upsurge of student people movement brutally. Law advisor Dr. Asif Nozrul made the remark while talking to the media at the Secretariat on Wednesday. He said, although Awami League had not banned Jamaat in their 15 years of rule, they banned Jamaat at the very last moment of their regime by giving wrong clarification. Jamaat has no hatred about any political party. Amir of Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami made the remark at a views exchange with the editors and chief executive of the media in the capital on Wednesday. The Amir of Jamaat said his party is always open to constructive criticism and the party wants to make contribution in building a hatred-free Bangladesh. This was his first such meeting after lifting of ban on Jamaat. There is a chance of misunderstanding if a dialogue is not held between the interim government and the political parties in the quickest possible time. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir made the remark at a press conference at BNP Chairperson's office in the capital's Gulshan on Wednesday morning. The BNP leader said the party had been doing movement for restoration of democracy. Now they want neutral poles. He said true reform will come to the country through a government supported by people. However, all will have to remain cautious so that none could create division. The BNP Secretary General said BNP want to give the interim government a reasonable time, but that will have to take place on the basis of talks with the political parties. He said BNP is not in favor of banning any political party. Transparency International Bangladesh has made a recommendation in abolishing family reign in politics and also nullifying the norms of holding the office of head of the government by any individual more than 2 terms. Executive Director of Transparency International Bangladesh, Dr. Iftikharuzzaman, made the recommendation at a press conference in the capital on Wednesday. He made several other recommendations on behalf of TIB that include checking graft and genocide in Bangladesh and establishing good governance. The TIB Executive Director said they have made the recommendations against the backdrop of formation of new interim government and state reform initiative of the movement activists. He also recommended giving priority to ensuring international acceptance of immediate trial of the people who had issued order to kill people. The central bank governor Dr. Ahsan H. Mansoor has called upon the business people not to buy property of much talked about businessman S. Alom. He made the call while talking to the media at the Secretariat on Wednesday afternoon. He said if any business group buys S. Alom's property, it might face legal complications. The governor said actions will start against the looters of the other banks from next week. The board of directors of different banks dominated by S. Alom Group has already been abolished. Newly appointed Vice Chancellor of National University, Professor Dr. A.S.M. Amanullah, has visited injured coordinator of anti-discrimination students movement Hasnat Abdullah at the combined military hospital in Dhaka cantonment on Wednesday. He inquired about the treatment of Hasnat and wished him early recovery. Hasnat Abdullah sustained severe injury during student Ansar men clash at the Secretariat on Sunday night. He was first admitted to Dhaka Medical College Hospital and then shifted to CMH for better treatment. Now a short break. We will be back soon with flood situation improved in Feni, worsen in Lokhipur. Bangladesh clinched SAFF U-20 trophy, trashing Nepal. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. Flood water has started to recede in many places. Although flood situation has improved in Feni and Molubi Bazar, it has worsened in Lokhipur. New areas have been inundated in Noakhali. There is also allegation that flood-affected people are not getting relief in many areas. Flood water has receded further in Feni. However, some areas of Dagongpuya and Shonagaji Upazila still remain submerged. Crisis of food and unsafe drinking water is prevailing in some places. Flood situation in some places of Noakhali has worsened due to pressure of upstream water. Flood situation in Lokhipur has also worsened. 60 villages of 5 upazilas have been inundated. Most of the areas of the municipality have also gone under water. 8 lakh people have remained marooned. Although flood situation has improved in Molubi Bazar, several people still remain marooned in Komalganj, Kolaura and Juri upazilas. Now news around the world. Israeli forces reportedly killed at least 29 Palestinians across Gaza in the most recent intense brutal raids. Disdaining ceasefire deal, processing Israeli military has continued its biggest raid in close to 2 decades, involving hundreds of troops and air attacks in the cities of Jenin and Tulkarem. At least 9 Palestinians have been reported killed in occupied West Bank. Local correspondent reported at least 20 people have been killed in the most recent Israeli strikes, mainly targeting Deir al-Bala and Khan Yunis. Meanwhile, Israel's foreign minister has called for the displacement of Palestinians from West Bank areas as its soldiers besiege a hospital in Jenin. Citing the critical situation, UN officials said the timing could hardly be worse, as staff are forced to abandon Gaza headquarters and halt operations ahead of a polio vaccination campaign. BJP called for 12 hours of bandh on Wednesday in West Bengal to protest against police action on the protesters during Nabanna Abhijan over the rape murder of a trainee doctor at R.G. Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. The rape murder of the female doctor on August 9 has caused nationwide outrage. Hence, Tuesday's Nabanna Abhijan call was given by West Bengal Student Society and Revolutionary Joint State. Protesters took part in the march to State Secretariat Nobanno. They were demanding justice for the victim and greater safety for women at hospitals and the resignation of West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. During the march, police lathi charged on the protesters and used water cannons, tear gas to disperse them, attempting to reach Nobanno. Senior BJP leader Shuvendu Odhikari alleged that over 160 protesters, including 17 women, suffered injuries in the police action. After that, BJP called 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. general strike after police action on Nobanno March. We will take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching English Bulletin. Bangladesh have pulled up magical win in SAFF U-20 Championship, thrashing Nepal 4-1 on their home soil. Mirza Islam scored the first goal and helped to score another as Bangladesh clinched the title of SAFF U-20 Championship for the first time in Lalitpur of Nepal on Wednesday afternoon. Two-time champions Nepal playing on their home turf at the ANFA complex and in front of a packed crowd controlled possession throughout the first half and created a few chances, but Maruful Haq's charges were far more clinical. And clinical was Mirazul, who finished the tournament as the top scorer with 4 goals from 4 matches. And even though the host pulled a goal back through Samir Tamang in the 80th minute, Piyash Ahmed Nawaz's goal deep into stoppage time ensured a comprehensive victory for the visitors. It was also a bit of revenge for the boys in red and green, who were beaten 2-1 by the host during a group stage match. With the cross, and this time it's a clearance. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. Ban on Jamaat lifted off. BNP wants dialogue with interim government soon. Bar holding of premiership more than twice recommends TIB. Do not buy S. Alo's property, central bank governor. Flood situation improved in Feni, worsen in Lokhipur. Bangladesh cleans SAFF U-20, trashing Nepal. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.